What's going on? Aaron Goldstein here. And in this video, we're going to talk about the company Pampered Chef. This is going to be an unbiased nuts and bolts review of the company. At the end of this video, you will know exactly what you will be doing if you decide to be a distributor with the company, exactly how you get paid, exactly what your job, so to speak, will be, and exactly how the company works. I am not a part of the company, so because of that, there will be no hype. There will be no misinformation. I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly in this video. So watch this video till the end. So if you're going to be a distributor with Pampered Chef, you're going to basically make money by doing one of two things. The first thing is if you sell one of their products. Now here's the good news. Pretty much everybody needs and uses the products Pampered Chef has to offer, right? Everybody has stuff that they cook with. Right? So let's say that you're talking to, we all got friends, we all got family, we all have relatives, we got people we work with. So let's say you're talking to someone at work and they're bitching about how the pans they buy, they got to buy new pans every 6 months because the pans they buy are pieces of crap. You can introduce them to the pans that Pampered Chef has. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but the quality of the products, the pans, the cookware that Pampered Chef has is like 1,000 times better quality than what you could find at your local store. So it's going to last a lot longer. It's going to be made out of better material. It's going to be overall better for you. So you can introduce your coworker to the product that Pampered Chef has, and when they buy that product from you, you just made some money. That's how it works. When somebody buys a Pampered Chef product through you, you make money. This is good and bad. The bad news is you don't get paid hourly. So if you're a lazy dum-dum, you're not going to make any money. However, if you're ambitious and you're motivated, you will be able to make lots of money in Pampered Chef with a reason I will explain here in a couple minutes. So that's the first way you make money. All right, so maybe you got all these things going, right? So maybe you're at a point now, you've been Pampered Chef for a few months, you're selling a bunch of products, you got people that are referred to you, you're doing demonstrations and you're showing the products that Pampered Chef has. And of course, once you build that up, you're going to have people that use your products. They're going to be happy with the products. They're going to tell their friends and family about the products. Those people are going to come to you. I know people that make like an extra $500 to $1,000 pocket money every single month because they built up a clientele of people, and now they got their people are so happy with the product, they're telling their friends and family, and those people are hitting up my buddy, and they're buying products from them. Great company. Here's the second way you make money. So you got your neighbor Bob, and he's bitching about he's not making the amount of money he wants to make. I don't know if you know this or not, but pretty much everybody is not happy with the amount of money that they're making. So Bob wants to make more money. You bring Bob into the Pampered Chef opportunity. You make him a distributor. You teach him how to do what you're doing, sell the products, and every time Bob goes out there and sells a product, you make money for the rest of your life. So you spend a week, 2 weeks, a couple months training Bob. Bob now gets it and he goes out there and he hustles. You make money every single time Bob sells a product. Now guys, the compensation plan is a little bit techy. I'm not going to get into it, but that's basically how it works. I'm not going to draw out how it works. I'm not going to make a big video explaining how it works now. But that's how it works, right? I know people in Pampered Chef, guys, that make $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $4,000, $5,000 a month. I know people in Pampered Chef that are making $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, $25,000 plus a month, barely doing any work because they put in the time up front. They built this big distributor base, and they got now they got people out there that are going out there, they're selling the products, they're doing what they need to do, and they just sit back, collect checks, and do whatever it is that they want to do with the money and the time that they have. Allow me to tell you another benefit of Pampered Chef. So I've started lots of businesses, and I'm not talking about MLM companies, even though I've been in about 9 of those. I started a restaurant. I put 30 grand and I started my own restaurant. I started a detail shop. I started a promotional company. I started a website design company. I started an SEO company. One of the companies I started was a kiosk at the mall. So, you're walking down the mall and there's those things in the middle of the mall and people try to stop you and they want to rub glop on your skin or get you to put those massage things on your back or all the little fucking things that they got. I started one of those, right? I had to put $7,000 of my own money into starting it. Now I had another business that was doing $100,000 at the time, so I just took money from the one business, put it in the other business. $7,000 is $7,000 no matter how you slice and dice it. Then I had to negotiate for the contract or for the rent, because you got to rent out those things in the mall. I had to negotiate for that, right? Now I'm good at negotiating, but some people don't like that shit. Then I had to get the product. I had to get the legal stuff set up. I had to get a bunch of employees. I got everything set up. Okay. Well, now we had a problem. I got people walking by the kiosk and they're not buying my shit. So what I had to do is I had to come up with a pitch that I could teach my employees that they could use to stop people walking, that they could use to stop people that were walking by the kiosk, get them interested in the product and get them to buy the product right then and there. Now, thankfully, I know a lot about marketing and sales, and I know a lot about psychological manipulating, and that stuff's very powerful, by the way. I know about the psychology of the sale. I know about all that shit. So I was able to put this pitch together in about 2 days. I wrote it out, and it worked really, 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 really well. All right, we had a lot of success with it. Some people, they don't want to have to read the books I read and go to the seminars I went to understand all that shit and how to put it together, right? That is the benefit of Pampered Chef. You don't have, first of all, you don't have to put $7,000 into it, right, or anywhere near that, but you don't have to try to figure it out. They've done it for you. They have a proven to work system. All you got to do is follow the system, do what they tell you to do, and you'll get the results, even if you don't understand all the reasons why it's working. It's just like if I were to go outside, right, so I'm trying to lose a couple pounds, right? It's just like if I were to go outside and I were to run 10 miles. I don't need to understand that, all right, when I run, by me moving, it's exerting energy and it makes the blood flow and my heart pumps and it increases the temperature and neurons get fired off and endorphins released and I start to burn calories and I start to sweat, and I don't have to understand all that stuff in order to get the benefit of running. I just got to go out there and fucking run. The same thing with Pampered Chef. If you join the company, they're going to tell you what to do. You don't have to understand why it works. You don't have to understand the reasons why it works. You just got to do it and you'll get the result. So it allows you to skip the learning curve and start to see success right away because you're just doing what they tell you to do. And then once you do what they tell you to do, you start to have massive amounts of success in a very short period of time. So that's the benefits of Pampered Chef. Now, what I have done is with all the businesses I've started, I've observed over the last 10 to 15 years that there's really one thing that holds people back from getting rich. One thing that holds people back from getting wealthy. So what I did is I put together a free case study that reveals the #1 reason people fail to get wealthy and what to do so you never fall victim to this trap. If you'd like to get instant access to that free case study, all you have to do is look right below this video. If you look below this video, there will be something that says, like, click here. It'll say, like, click here, then aarongoldstein.com/success. If you click that link and click that link now, it will take you to where you'll get instant access to the free case study. If you look below this, if you're on your cell phone, look below this video. And you'll see the title of the video. And then it's either on the left or it's either on the right, but it's like a triangle or an upside down triangle. Find the triangle and click it. A thing will drop down and you'll see aarongoldstein.com/success. So you can go ahead and click that link, because here's the thing. Most people are doing this one common income killing activity. And if you don't fix this, if you don't correct this, nothing else will matter. You will continue to struggle to get wealthy for the rest of your life. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and click that link now, aarongoldstein.com/success, so you can get 100% free instant access to this free case study that reveals the #1 reason people fail to get wealthy and what to do so you never fall victim to this trap. Aaron Goldstein here, signing off.